I'm driving down to Cork today. It's about a 250-kilometre trip, so I'm going to need to charge up along the way. There's a petrol station coming up that has a fast charger. I'll be able to get the car up to about 80% in, say, 25 minutes, so it's time to stop and have a coffee and a bit of a break.
The average stop at a petrol station is 12 minutes, and while charging takes more time, on a long journey like this, the break is welcome. Less than 25 minutes later, the car is nearly 90% charged, and the only cost was the cup of tea.
This is the 2016 Nissan Leaf. It has a range of about 250 kilometres on one charge, but that's in ideal conditions. So if it's cold and you need the heater, or it's warm and you need the aircon, or you're going up a lot of hills, or you're even driving a little bit too fast, then you'll see the range on it dramatically reduce. It's a nice car to drive. It has good acceleration, it has all the modern features, so I'm actually enjoying the trip so far.
It took 2 charging stops, and it's now 250 kilometres later, but I'm at the mallow home of Jan-Bart Spang, a recent convert to electric vehicles, or EVs, to those in the know.
Hi, Lara. Nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you.
Love
How
to
are
meet you.
you?
Come on in.
Thank you so much. Are they actually easy to manage, to run? Do they break down like a petrol or diesel car?
Oh, no, they don't break down at all. Maintenance costs are very low. There's only one moving part, which is the main engine. There is no gearbox. There is no, say, alternators. There are no starter motors. None of the usual stuff that breaks. So maintenance is very, very cheap on them.
Well, can we try it out, Jan-Bart? Is that all right?
Yeah, you want to go for a drive?
I suppose we better unplug it first.
Better unplug it first.
Okay.
This is my home charge point.
And how much did it have to, how much did you pay to get that in?
This came with the car. It was included in the purchase of the car.
Oh, so they just put this in for free for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you buy a new electric car in Ireland, you get a home charge point for free.
And how much does it cost you then in electricity?
If you charge on night saver electricity, you can get a full charge for less than €2.
Okay. And then it'd be like 60 quid worth of petrol pretty much, wouldn't it?
Not quite, but close enough, yes. So if you get a normal car that can do 600-700 on a full tank, costing you about €40, you'd get the same distance in an electric car charged at home for about a tenner.
Would you be able to charge your car at the start of the week and not have to charge it again until the other week?
If I only drive to my work, yes, that's exactly what happens. I can go a full work week without charging.
And tell me, like, honestly, do you not get range anxiety with it?
No, not at all, no. The range estimate on this car is very, very accurate. I've had the car for 3 years. I know what it does. I know what it can do. I know where the charge points are. In general, no.
I get range anxiety.
I'm sure you do.
If everyone's experience is like Jan-Bart's, then maybe electric cars, or EVs, really could be the solution. But is his experience shared by all electric car owners? Dave Robbins is a father of one who lives in the capital and bought an electric car for environmental reasons. It should be simple, right?
So Dave, you got into electric vehicles for all the right reasons, it seems, but it feels like you've had a lot of problems along the way.
It has been kind of a mixed experience, because when you buy an electric vehicle, you get a free home charger, but you have to have a driveway for them to do that. They won't install it in an apartment or in a terraced house where the lead might have to cross a public footpath, for instance. There were 2 chargers near our house, one only a couple of 100 yards away and one about a kilometre away, but local residents objected to them and petitioned their councillors and petitioned the ESB to have them removed, and they were removed.
So Dave, then how do you actually charge your car?
It is really difficult. I mean, the nearest one now is a fast charger out in Templeogue. It's about 5 or 6 kilometres away. What really freaks me out is longer driving down the country, where you're just really concerned that you're going to have enough to get to the next charger. And if it's a fast charger, it'll charge your car to about 80% in 20 minutes. But if, for instance, that's out of order and you have to go onto a slow charger, that could be 3 or 4 hours. And you're thinking, I'm not going to get there, today. I should have taken a couple of days off for this journey. It is a bit of a lottery.
And do you think then that the infrastructure is one of the things that discourages people from investing in electric vehicles?
You know, you get people who can have a charge point at home and they have a charge point at work, and they're fine. They can do their commute and it's fantastic for them. For people who live in apartments or live in terraced housing and don't have a driveway, it is a problem, and I think it is off-putting, and especially when they don't see any investment going into the infrastructure. And if they need to make long journeys, that is a real problem. It needs to be made easier than driving a petrol or diesel car. At the moment, it is so much more difficult. It needs to be the other way around.
Today, we have less than 5,000 EVs on our roads. David's experience couldn't be more different from Jan-Bart's, and it seems to be all down to infrastructure and access to reliable and fast charging points. In part 2, we're in the Netherlands, a country with one of the highest rates of electric car ownership in the world, to find out what's behind the rapid uptake there.
And what we've done here, we basically said, okay, everyone can drive this car.